All right. Well, look at that. Look at that. A lot of green. Now, you know, the last few days I just kept saying there could be some good news that comes out this week, and then it pumps, and then we go up, and then we probably go back down in a couple of weeks and go back to our bottom. But you know, I was saying like we could reach our bottom. We could have reached our bottom like right now. And then it was funny. Somebody in my group said that everybody watched my video and realized it was a bottom. And they started buying. But it was interesting. I was looking all around, and I was, you know, looking into what's going on. Like this started happening like just 10 minutes yesterday, 10 minutes before the start of the State of the Union address, right, from Trump. So it wasn't that. It wasn't anything he said. And by the way, I was kind of upset that he didn't mention crypto. That was like a bummer, you know. But yeah, things were going green. It was like everything was going green. Everything's going green. What's going on, right? So it's like, you know, oh man, yeah. So Google searches for buy Bitcoin have surged to the highest level in 5 years. Oh my God. So what is going on? It's happening, right? So a lot of stuff was going around. I realized everything is just being shared about Jane Street Capital, a market maker, a market manipulator, is getting sued, and they are responsible for a majority of market manipulation. So I was looking around. I'll go through this in a second. It's kind of funny. I was looking around. I know this terminology, like a black swan event is a completely unforeseen event that's bad, really bad. It's not unpredictable, because assuming, you know, saying that something is unpredictable simply means that you know it could happen. It's just unpredictable about when it's going to happen. But a black swan event is like an unforeseen event, right? A totally unforeseen event. And so what's the opposite of a black swan event? I was like, it's not a white swan event, because that's a term in risk management. And there's all these terms. A white swan event is something very predictable that you know is probably going to happen and so on. So that's a white swan event, which is very common stuff. And I was looking into what is kind of funny. I didn't know this. The closest that I could find of something unforeseen happens that's good, right? The opposite of a black swan event is a black jellyfish. I don't know, a relatively new term. A black jellyfish represents that risks that are predictable and have it can't be because it's not predictable, right? Have high impact, and they're ignored because they simply feel they're uncomfortable to confront. I don't know, uncomfortable to confront. I don't know, suing a market manipulator, uncomfortable to confront. They're feared, and they're could be. I don't know, whatever the term is. I just said, okay, let me just put reverse black swan on my thumbnail. But yeah, so let's get into Jane Street Capital. Now, it's a question of what's going to happen. I don't think there is enough liquidity in the market to be pushing us up really high and going and reclaiming like the 50-week moving average. I don't think so. Although I think that I'm going to watch out for, let's go to the chart. So, you know, I'm going to look out for, this is Casper. This is Casper. I'm going to look out for, how far we go up from here. If we can go up to like 70K and stay above it, that might be some good news. That just means that our bottom was like last week, right? I've been saying this whole time, like, we could get some good news that's going to take us up and then keep us up like next week and maybe the following week. And then just, there's the war with Iran starts and then we just go back down and we hit our bottom again. Well, we'll see. We never know what could happen, right? So this was interesting. So this really is the only thing that, so let's read through this. So Bitcoin breaks above 65K after the alleged end of the 10 a.m. manipulation. Crypto surged 3.5% just hours after a lawsuit was filed against Jane Street Capital. Jane Street, a key player for BlackRock and Fidelity Bitcoin ETFs. The crypto community suggests that the firm's famous 10 a.m. dumps have finally stopped. Jane Street controls roughly 1/5 of global trading revenue alongside Citadel Securities and whatever you say that, however that's pronounced. Bitcoin is up 3% on Jane Street News. It's worth celebrating. Yeah. Yeah. But BlackRock accumulates BTC and moves the entire markets around. Entire market without anyone blinking, right? Manipulation of crypto is a new. Yeah. This is not the bottom. Could not be the bottom. We could be going back down again. Yeah, we definitely could be going back down again. But it's interesting news to think that a manipulator that has been accused of, right, of pushing the market lower so that some of these institutions can buy up, and if they're out of the picture, we have room to grow. That's a little bit of room. Obviously, there's more manipulation going on, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I do not believe, like I keep saying, I do not believe for a second that we're going to go. This is my line in the sand. That we're going to go below 52K when it comes to Bitcoin, unless there is a very, very powerful black swan event, like something like horrible, totally horrible, like Iran develops a nuke and just drops it on Israel. I mean, that'll take us below. It'll take us far down, but I don't think it's going to go further down than that. I think that, yeah, we can go up, and like I was saying the last few days, we could go up this week, maybe stay up for a little while, we can go down tomorrow again too, but go up, maybe go back down next week, whether tomorrow, next week, or in 2 weeks, and maybe come back down to reach the bottom again, which is in our case, the bottom is 59K. So somewhere in that range, we could do that. But if for some odd reason we keep going up and we pass above this level, right? This was when Bitcoin made a new all-time high. Like this cycle, assuming this is an extended cycle, right? So that is in March of 2024, and if we go above 70K and stay above it for like a week, 2 weekly closes, then yeah, it means we're there. Or if we go, it means we're there. I think what happens if we go up and we stay up but just below 70K, I'm going to sell a lot of my stuff, like 10% of a lot, right? If we get close to 70K, and then if it goes up above 70K and then stays there, like, okay, maybe it's not coming back down. But if I'm going to be betting on the fact, and this is not financial advice, God damn it. Keep that in mind. There's no financial advice in this channel. But what I am going to do, if something like this happens, like we go above the 70K mark, and it's like, what were we right now? So we reached this wick right here. The candle is 70K. I didn't even realize that. I didn't even know it goes I didn't even know it was only 69. Cool. Yeah, if we stay in this range, yeah, I'm going to sell like 10% of a lot of stuff, and then with the hopes that it's going to go back down. I'm going to sell within the hopes that it's going to go back down. Just stay around this range for a while, and we'll see what it is tomorrow. But then it's like, if I do that, right, and then we go above and then stay there, that means we're not going back down, which is like okay. Then I only sold 10%. So if it goes up some more, then I can sell 10% some more, bring up my sell average, and then just hope that it goes back down. Well, we'll see. So yeah, I didn't even realize that we did hit 70K today. We did hit 70K. Just skimmed on it. $70,038. Yeah, based on that wick. Cool stuff. Yeah, interesting, man. So what's going on, you guys out there? How many people are in it? 11 people watching. 11 people watching. Anybody hit that like button? Yesterday I was looking into some things and was talking about my L1s. Let's exit out of this. That's true, man. Yeah, hit that like button. And let's go back to my sheet. Let's talk about some of the payment narrative stuff. There's interesting news, interesting stuff. I want to go into this is my list. Hold on. So let's do this. Ooh. No fill. I wanted to bring Linnea out. So let's bring that down. I want to bring Linnea out and just call the payment narrative. Now, I was looking into Linnea, but first I want to go into ZBCN. Looking at some more stuff about ZBCN, right? Payments narrative. So there was some interesting news. ZBCN, somebody pointed out in my community today that there was something launched from ZBCN. Hold up. Let's go back. ZBCN. All right, so let's pull up ZBCN. Be back. And yeah, so the CBEC super app is live. Payroll for individuals is now available on desktop, built on CBEC Rails. So it's interesting. So all-in-one super app. It gives it a lot of credibility, right? So this particular token. Why, this is definitely on my favorites list, right? Right. So, yeah, I think it's, yeah, it gives it a lot of credibility. And I think that, yeah, it's a good place. One of my favorites. It's on my favorites list. This is a payments narrative, right? CBCN, it has 52 centralized exchanges. It is a 214 million market cap and it has real utility behind it, right? So I am putting it on my list. So, where could it go? Who knows, you know? Give it a 2 billion. I don't know. Maybe it's conservative. I know it's like I keep saying, like, if we get the biggest bull run ever, and I think it will be, I think it will be an insane, highly driven by the AI narrative. And it's going to be like unlike anything we've ever seen before. So there's going to be a lot of, I guess, moon boyish predictions, right? Especially from me. a lot of people, like, you know, we've been beaten over the head the last few years, but things just like going sideways, seemingly going sideways for 4 years, really, almost. I mean, you know, we made all-time highs, but, you know, a lot of that is based on the idea that the dollar has been debased, right? And, you know, like, you know, Bitcoin compared to gold is like, it's not really pumping. Bitcoin, even Bitcoin compared to the euro is not, didn't pump as much last year when you compare it to the euro compared to the dollar. You know, it's like, it looks like the top is almost the same, almost like a double top when you compare the euro to Bitcoin. Like during the Trump pump, the run up at the end of 2024 compared to the October top is almost like exactly the same compared to the euro. So yeah, I mean, we're just used to things being like really, really sideways. You know, when there's a rally, it's like okay, you know, you get a little bit excited, and like you have no idea what could be coming down the pike. And I think it's going to be coming in 2027. But you know, we'll see. I mean, maybe ZBCN can go a lot more, but more, you know, a lot more than this. But let's see. For now, you know, let's just put down a 10x because it's 200 million. You go to 2 billion. And if it goes parabolic, you know, it's going way more than 2 billion. That's the thing. But which one? You know, which ones are going to go parabolic? There's going to be a lot of alts going parabolic. It's going to be like, there's going to be insane amounts of God candles across a lot of them, right? But there's a lot of alts. So not everyone is going to be a winner. I think ZBCN is one of them. But yeah, that's mine. Drop some messages in the chat if you want to. Yeah, give me some love. Comment on ZBCN or anything else, you guys. So yeah, I was talking about Linnea. Linnea is also on my list. I was just lumping it into an L1, but it's really an L2. And I caught something yesterday. So if we go here to Swift, this coin, Swift confirms Linnea blockchain for payment settlement. I had pulled this up yesterday when I was talking about it. And I was like, you know what? This sounds like a lot like what XRP wanted to do, right? Hey, what's going on? Yeah. And I wanted to look into it. I figured let me just have a convo with Grok because so Swift has confirmed that it has using Linnea, right, Ethereum layer 2 blockchain developed by Consensus as a foundation for its new blockchain-based payment settlement program platform. So this marks a major shift from Swift's traditional messaging role to enabling real-time settlement, right, on-chain chat settlement. Now, this is Grok right here. So interestingly enough, I did not know what the acronym standard for when it comes to Swift, right? So Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. So that's what Swift stands for. After all these years, I never knew that. I never even cared to find out. I'm sure I could have Googled it, but interesting. But all right, so isn't this what XRP is supposed to do? So your observation is astute. The core objective of Ripple's XRP, facilitating faster, lower cost, and more efficient cross-border payments, bears conceptually similar to Swift's recent blockchain initiatives, including its pilot on Linnea. However, the approaches, architectures, and current implementations differ significantly in key respects. So I just went down here and I'm like, yeah, maybe these bullet points are better. Native versus overlay approach. So XRP operates as a standalone blockchain blockchain network competing directly with legacy rails. Swift's Linnea pilot program augments its dominant messaging infrastructure without fully displacing it. So it basically sounds like XRP is trying to replace Swift, whereas Swift is trying to make enhancements to what's already there, right? Because typically I haven't been a fan of XRP. I never really cared for it. But I've been making videos saying, like, I wonder if, if we have the possibility of becoming XRP friendly, if I can make XRP friendly content, maybe get some of those XRP army soldiers here and maybe help them learn about other tokens, other better blockchains out there, or something like Caspa. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, when it comes down to it, if that's what XRP really wants, to replace Swift, I mean, do they really stand a chance of going up against the big banks, against the big TradFi? TradFi, all they need to do is just implement their own blockchains. Like, why does anybody need XRP? I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to rip on XRP. I just anyways, let's just read these bullet points. Asset usage. Ripple relies on XRP as the bridge currency. Swift's model supports tokenized regulated assets, CBCs, stablecoins, or bank issues tokens, without mandating a specific native token. Doesn't it sound better what Swift does? Doesn't it sound better? I mean, this right here, right? This is like comparing an iPhone to Android, right? Like an iPhone, you're completely trapped with everything. You can't, if the app doesn't exist and it's not approved in the what is it, iTunes, the iPhone store. I'm not. I can tell I'm not an iPhone person. If it's not an approved app, you just can't get it. Whereas if you have Android, it doesn't need to be in the Google Play Store. There are other stores on Android, right? Or you can just install it separately. Maybe the website has an APK file. You download it and install their app. This is the comparison right here. So, this sounds better. I don't know. I mean, you got me when it comes to XRP. Adoption dynamics. Ripple has achieved traction in select corridors and remittance providers, but faces regulatory institutional hurdles. Right? Yeah, of course. TradFi is like, you're trying to steal our thunder, right? So Swift's approach benefits from its entrenched position, connecting over 11,000 institutions, making gradual integration more feasible for banks. I don't know, man. I mean, tell me how I can become XRP friendly. I would like to try. I would like to try. I mean, one thing XRP has going for it is that there's like this burn mechanism where every transaction, some XRP gets burned. I mean, it's a lot. It's like there's 100 billion XRP. So by the time the supply of XRP becomes reduced to be deflationary, it's gonna be a long time from now, right? First, circulating supply of XRP has to reach max supply. So 60 billion compared to 100 billion, and this will take like, supposedly will take like over 20 years to get even close to that. I mean, it could be like 10 years before we start making a dent in that, to the point where it might become a little bit insignificant, but still. And then we have to rely on that little burn rate. So I don't know, man. I mean, that's something that's in XRP's favor, that over time is going to be a little bit more deflationary, but it's a long time, man. You might as well become a billionaire in Casper in that time period. Like, no joke. Seriously. What's going on? What does a percentage mean? But yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, I'm not here to ramble on about XRP, but either way, Linnea. And Linnea is on my list, and I'm putting it in the payments narrative, right? So, and it has a very low market cap, right? That's why I'm giving it a 42x. So, Linnea. Yeah. Yeah, it has a low market cap. Yeah. Definitely a lot of multipliers. A lot of potential out of this one. And what else in the payments narrative? So we got that. All right. There's really only one. I'm not putting XRP on my list, but oh man. Kita. So only 19 centralized exchanges. So it has the least, right? And Linnea has out of my 3 favorites in the payments narrative, Linnea is 100 centralized exchanges. That's like pretty good. That is like awesome. And then ZBCN has 52. But Linnea has them beat. I think Linnea has some really good potential. I think yeah, it's some tough competition, Linnea versus ZBCM, but it's things are a little bit different. I guess what they do is like totally, completely different too, right? So you can't. It's hard to. It's payments, but it's Linnea is doing something like totally separate. But yeah, I think they got the market cornered when it comes to, well, at least in my point of view, in terms of multipliers and potential. Linnea is pretty good. But Kita is another one. Kita is has a larger market cap than Linnea. So, you know, it has 19 centralized exchanges. How far could it go? I mean, yeah, we can give it that 2 billion target. Kita payments. What could it get? What could it get? The world's most scalable blockchain network. Now, you know, there's Discord. Their website. Let's go to the about section. I started thinking about it. I'm talking about Linnea as a layer 2. Kita is just a base token listed here as an AI. Kita layer 2? Native tokenization. Agent rules. I don't know. Let's watch this.
Welcome to Kita Network, the blockchain that connects all networks. We created a unified platform for fast cross-chain transactions across payment networks and blockchains. Tokenized assets trade instantly and securely within Kita, with optional digital ID verification for compliance and trust when needed. With 10 million transactions per second and 400 millisecond settlement times, Kita is the foundation for a truly interconnected ecosystem. Fast, scalable, secure. Join Kita, where networks connect.
I mean, it sounds pretty good. I don't know if I am that bullish on it as I am with Linnea and with ZBCN. But all like slightly different they do slightly different things. So it's not like they're direct competitors of what the other is doing. Here, let's go. I mean, we can I don't know, I don't want to give it 2 billion. Just because I don't want to put it up there in the ranks right here, but so it's what is it, 1.5 divided by, it says 126 million. Still an 11x, right? Still an 11x. So yeah, but that's all when it comes to payments as far as I know. I don't know if wonder is there any pages right here? Payments narrative? I didn't think about that. What do I can't type today? Jesus. No, that's not what I'm looking for. It's just specifically saying coin, market, cap, payments there. It's there, right? Yeah. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, but I don't know. This is like, this is not really specific. I mean, yeah, Tron and BNB. I mean, like in Dogecoin. Like I would put them in there. Yeah, I mean, obviously we have ZBCN in there, Digibyte. I don't know if there's anything here that's Bitcoin Gold. Dogecoin Mars. Oh, Piverse. Let me see Piverse. I think I do have some of this. Yeah, because I think it was called by one of my bots. An agent narrative. Back powered by 4.2. Yeah, 4.2 narratives. Yeah. 4.2. Yeah. I don't know. Well, not one of my favorites, but it seems to have 2 centralized exchanges, so that's pretty damn good. Oh, I didn't even go back. I didn't even go back. Yeah, I was sharing my, yeah, Piverse is right here. Piverse. I'm still sharing my spreadsheet. But yeah, man, it is what it is. I didn't pull up a whole bunch of other news, just pulled up that. You guys are like crazy quiet today, huh? You guys are crazy quiet. You're not even dropping any messages. But you know, like I was saying when I started the stream off, we're going down right now. Let's just go into let's go to Bitcoin on coin market cap. Going down right now. Like I was saying, if we go up above, we stay in this range. Kind of going down fast right now, actually. Even since I even started this live stream, going down fast. which is in the live stream has only been like 30 minutes. Not even. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. If imagine we get back down to the bottom like tomorrow, it'd be crazy. But yeah, if we start trading like in the 70 range, it'll be a nice time to sell. Unless if we're going down right now, and I guess I should have sold like an hour ago, right? So, but like I said, definitely not financial advice. But yeah, I mean, my thing is like sell like 10%, just because like you never know what could happen when things are going up. And you think, you know, I'm gonna sell like 40% of my token, and I got like 50% of my token, like I'm gonna sell, but then it just keeps going up. You're like, damn, I shouldn't have sold all of that, you know, because now it's almost like impossible to bring up your sell average. So you know, sell 10%. If it keeps on going up, you sell another 10%. So you bring up your sell average. Then when eventually retracements go back down, then you can buy back in, and you're buying back in more, right? So, and you build up your bag. Swing trading, that's what I do with definitely with swing trading software in my community. So click the link in the description below. But yeah, I mean, that's that. So we'll see what happens with this whole Jane Street capital lawsuit. Will it be enough to sustain a night an above 65K Bitcoin for a while, or will we just go like right back down? I do think there's not enough liquidity in the market. There's not enough money printing. The interest rates are not low enough. There's not enough employment. That's another thing that I was seeing yesterday with Trump talking about. It's a really interesting way to manipulate the numbers and the words. With Trump saying that employment is at the best ever, you know, employment, which is like, you know, like, it's like, it's weird to like describe it. So the unemployment rate is still at a very low rate, at all-time lows, right? But as we've seen, the number of new jobs is just not keeping up. So if, you know, but we've seen the last 2 weeks, we've seen better than expected readings with not only with employment, but with other things. But I think the jobs market has been so bad for so long that, you know, soon is going to be an issue if the layoffs start happening. If there are massive layoffs, there's not enough new jobs available to replenish, you know, what the market needs to keep that unemployment rate low. So employment is, I mean, if you talk to anybody, employment is not that good. But Trump has his talking points, and hopefully things get better over the next couple of months. Let's see what happens. PMI reading is you know, next week's PMI, new PMI reading. So for the month of February, and the reading for January was better than expected. So we fingers crossed that we keep going up. And now if that happens, if things keep on coming in better than expected across the board when it comes to like CPI, PPI, and you know, you name it, PCE was actually not good last week, but everything else was good. Anything related to employment, ADP employment change, like the non-farm payrolls, you know, you name it, everything has been a little bit better than expected, which is a good thing. And if that keeps happening in March, then it'll be difficult. It'll be a difficult argument for the bears to say we're going to go down to like 40K. It'll be a very, very difficult argument. It's a difficult argument right now to make. It's also a difficult argument. It is definitely also a difficult argument to say we're going to keep going up. So keep going up, and we're going to go up to like 80K, 90K. That's a difficult argument too. It's just potentially we have this sideways range where we're probably not going to go below the low of 59K, and we're probably not going to go above like 80K or something like that. So we're stuck until something happens, good or bad. We're stuck until something happens, whether it be good or bad. if things just keep on getting better with the economy, which they have been in the last couple of weeks, then things could be doing better. We need more employment. We need more employment coming in. We need more people getting jobs. We need rates of pay to start going up, because then people can start using their money to enter the market, start buying crypto. And or on the flip side, we go to war with Iran and then we go down a little bit more. So we'll see. Anyways, guys, click the link in the description below. Click that like button and click that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys later.
Code Monkey, Code Monkey.